Hey, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero, the under-the-sea survival game in a frosty climate. Well, changes are coming. We've recently had the Lost Ship update in February 2020, and now there's been an announcement on Twitter by the Subnautica Below Zero project lead, Dave Kalina, who is outlining the future of Below Zero's story in a new blog post. And I'll put a link for it here as well. Here is indeed the Twitter entry, which then posts to the actual blog post that I'm talking about. Now, Dave starts off by saying, "Hey Subnautica friends, I hope you're having fun with Below Zero, and I'm sure you'll all agree a lot of us are. And what a natural sequel, even though it stands in its own right, of a game to the original Subnautica." Okay, he's writing this blog for a few reasons. He states, "To update you on development as we get ready to drop another early access release, and to inform you about changes that are coming to the Below Zero story. And also then to enthusiastically introduce you to our new writer, Jill Murray." Now, it's been stated that Unknown Worlds Entertainment have not been very happy with the way the story of Below Zero is tracking, and they want to make some changes. So, he continues, "Our 7th early access update, Deep Dive, is coming very soon, and it's a big one. The team worked super hard to get us to this release. I am really proud of our effort in pulling everything together except for the end game. The entire Below Zero experience should be playable. The world is all there for you to explore. All the new features and tools and creatures are present." And we saw those creatures become available in the Lost Ship update. "Everything is in place, but that doesn't mean it all quite works in harmony. It will take a fair bit of iteration and polish, careful attention to what's currently there to pull everything together to make the final game truly special." And it really is. I mean, I don't think there's a game out there quite like this. It's a great colour palette, takes you away from the grind of general, jungles or lush undergrowth to a barren landscape, seascape area. Yes, you've got the sea and that's lush and full of colour. But once you get out, like onto the snow, it is quite barren, but not without its surprises. He continues, "Despite our best efforts, we're not exactly where we want to be, particularly when it comes to the story. When we decided to make another Subnautica game, we agreed that making a game with a living story, featuring a speaking protagonist and other active speaking characters, would be a really interesting way to differentiate Below Zero from the original Subnautica game." And yet, he's absolutely right. Totally right. And I think it works really well. In fact, I'm enjoying Subnautica Below Zero much more than I enjoyed the original Subnautica. Again, as some of our dedicated fans have noticed, and here's the key thing as well, dedicated fans, this studio listens to the fans. And that's quite refreshing. Very refreshing. He says, "Our writer Tom Joubert recently left Below Zero to pursue other projects. Tom's brain was responsible for much of what fans know and love about the Subnautica universe, fiction and lore. We will miss him having around, and Subnautica universe will always carry a bit of Tom's spirit, humour and imagination. Best of luck in your new projects, Tom." With adjustments and changes still required on Below Zero's story, we found an amazing new writer, narrative designer to join the team, Jill Murray. Jill has done award-winning work on franchises like Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed, and she's worked on a wide range of products, from dating sims to indie RPGs. She's even written YA novels about breakdancing teenagers. Okay. "In short a period of time, I have found Jill to be terrific, imaginative collaborator with a keen sense of character and story." Great, so we can expect some great things. So, there's been an awful lot of internal discussion as well, and reflection, and they decided to change directions. The upcoming Deep Dive release represents the last version of the current story that they'll be shipping to the public. So, make the most of it. Play it while you can, and I've got a load of videos on the channel as well around that. They're going to be delivering a new story next year. Now, is that this year? I mean, this was posted 3 months ago, so yes, it's going to be in 2020. Either way, In deciding to change up the story, we knew we had to work within the constraints of the current world. Sector 0 of 4546b, from twisty bridges to crystal caverns, from the Arctic spires to the deep lily pads, is going to stay largely the same. As I'd imagine, an awful lot of work has gone into that, and it looks absolutely fantastic. If anything, they will have more time to really work on the detail of the world and to develop the biomes into more richer, beautiful spaces to explore. And again, we saw that in the Lost Ship update. A lot of polish has been put into the game since the last iteration. A hell of a lot of polish, and it looks brilliant. So he also says, also when we sense there's true love for certain things from the community, we will look to preserve them, or better yet, improve those parts of the game. We know that players are responding positively to Marguerite and Al-An, for example, these two main protagonists that are also in there, along with Robin. These characters will continue to exist in the new story, and we're going to look to develop them further. Great, because when Marguerite came down in that gnarly old prawn suit, you thought, oh, what's happening here? Who is this person? I thought I was the only person on here, other than Alan, the AI, or Alan, the AI. So those characters are going to continue to exist in the new story. But they don't want to spoil anything, and that's good, because we don't want to spoil anything either. If you love Subnautica and you like seeing how things evolve, I hope you'll still tuck into this version. There's a lot of really good stuff there, and it gets you au fait with the game as well, doesn't it? Let's face it, so you can really hit the ground running without too much of a learning curve. Yes, some things may move around, but it's all generally going to be the same, and you're going to benefit not only from one narrative from the early release, but also a second narrative from this post-release, hopefully in 2020. And it may even go to 2021, we don't know, especially on perhaps some consoles. Project lead Subnautica Below Zero. And some of the comments have popped in as well, really excited about the updates. People are saying, they're sad that they won't get to finish the current storyline. Yeah, I get it, but a new story, you don't want to shoot your bolts all in one go, so all the feedback is generally really, really positive. Anyway, thanks very much for watching on this news update for Subnautica Below Zero. I can't wait for other iterations as well, especially if you're in the experimental branch on Steam. You'll get to see some of those as well. Also, check back on my video, like and subscribe, and that'll let you know when I'm putting more videos of Subnautica Below Zero on YouTube. And we'll obviously don't want to spoil the story, but it's worthwhile commenting on the story whether it's there, whether you think it's going to be better or it's going to be worse than the original story that you tend to get au fait with. People technically don't like change, and they've got a winning formula, and they've got to be very careful with that. Like and subscribe. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching, and check back for more videos in the series.